Yeah, I think it kind of reminds me of when I asked Glen how many women you had slept with prior. And I wish I never would have asked that question. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like it's something that lingers. It's like, man, like it's something that I opened myself up to. I don't know the exact vocabulary that I'm trying to find to use, but basically it's like, how do I compare to those type situations? So it's something that
Why you put my number out there?
Hello, I'm Mrs. Melanin.
And I'm Beleaf Mel.
And we're here with episode 61 of How Married Are You?
All right.
One.
Oh, that's me?
Do you want me to drop the beat for you?
Okay, you want to do it.
Which one is it?
You got to say 1, 2, 3. My name Beleaf, this is Yvette, and we've been married 9 years. We live in California and we have 4 kids. Relationships are scary and it's very necessary that we share all of our struggles and we ask, how married are you? Every Tuesday and Thursday, shawty. If you're listening, you're at the wedding party. It's okay and we about to make a spot. I don't even know what to say. It's chocolate baby story time. Hey, 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 yeah. It was chocolate baby story time. And I'm gonna stop it here. Okay, cool.
It's chocolate baby story time.
Chocolate baby story time.
Yes. I'll go first.
Yeah.
Okay, so today was the last day of co-op. The first semester.
Yeah.
And so what we did is we had the kids pick their favorite superhero and then make a presentation about why that superhero is their favorite. And so the boys and I, we had made our poster, we had decided on our talking points, or they had decided on their talking points, and it was like time to go. And so we were practicing it this morning before everybody came over for co-op, and the boys did fine, but I was like thinking Theo's going to do really well, and I was really kind of nervous about Uriah. Well, comes time for the actual presentation, and I was completely surprised by how shy Theo got. It was like he kind of just, like, what's the word? Like
shrunk into
himself. And I don't know. It was really a surprise to me. And he wasn't the only one that kind of did that, but it was just obvious that the kids needed more opportunities to kind of practice talking. So we definitely will be doing this more in the future. But I was so proud of the way that Uriah like just stood up there with confidence and spoke like he knew what he was talking about, because he did. But it was just like, this morning when we were rehearsing, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be rough. But then it came time for the actual presentation, and he was like, my favorite superhero is Batman, and I just love his mask and his wings. He was just so well spoken. I mean, as well spoken as a 5-year-old is, but he was confident and not shy at all. And he was basically like, okay, can I go now? Because at first I was like, let me get a picture of you, but then he was like, can I go now? So anyways, it was surprising to me the way that the boys reacted to the assignment. And I don't know, I was just really proud of them.
So basically you're putting him through, this is like a college course almost, because it's like, in college you have like speech.
Yeah, and it's not even so much that as it is like practicing eye contact, like looking at people, because some of the kids were up there and they weren't even like looking. They were just looking down or at the poster or in their lap or at their hands.
Yeah.
Or they were looking to their mother as a safe haven.
And so that's dope. I think it's dope because like that's a lot of people's biggest fears is speaking in front of public. And I mean, it's weird too because Theo, like, you give him a camera and he's like, my name's Theo and you're watching.
So are we like messing up our children?
No, we're not messing up our children. That's really regular. How we messing up our children?
That's true, because there are a lot of adults that will be like all over Instagram stories or on YouTube.
Yes.
But then you meet them in person and you're like, and they're
oh my God. Like, what is wrong with you? Can I have a handshake? That's weird.
Yeah, it is funny sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of adults.
I feel like we're normal though, guys. So you can tell us to our face that we weren't normal.
Yeah, but also,
like if you ever meet us.
Yeah, but if also like I don't want that's not an invite for people to just come interrupt us while we're doing something. You know what 100. I'm saying? So yeah, so my chocolate baby story time is about Uriah. So he's been doing this thing where he like thinks like he's like almost appalled that you would assume that he is like he would make a mistake or something.
He be making you question your own sanity.
Yeah, he hit me up and like no, he did something. And I was like, Riot, did you wash your hands? Yeah.
Like, duh.
Of course.
Because I always wash my hands.
Yeah, I was like, man, like, and so the other day he had an accident, right? Which is, he's the type of kid that like, I don't want to miss the fun, so I'm not going to go to potty. I'll just hold it. I'll hold it.
Last minute.
And go to the last minute and spray the whole toilet seat, the wall, everything. And so he really spilled water on himself.
He did.
So he spilled water on his pants, but it looked like he peed himself because he spilled it right in his crotch. And so we were like, Ryan, you peed yourself. And he was like, no, I didn't. And we were like, yes, you did. You know, he's like, no, I did not pee myself. And then so I was like, take off your pants. And he thought I was going to give him a spanking. And I was like, nah, man, I just want to smell the water and see if it's really water. He's like upset that I would even accuse him of, you know, peeing on himself. So then we get to the point where I'm like, I'm smelling his pants. I'm like, man, this doesn't smell like pee at all. But then I look at his underwear and his underwear have water on it. So I'm like, is that pee on your underwear? And he's like, he's getting like visibly upset and broken. And I'm like, what's your problem? He was like, I'm mad that you think that I peed on. He's like, that you think I peed on myself. And I was like, but you do that. Like, that's something that you do. Like, let's just, you know. He's like, but I didn't. So then I was like, take off your underwear. And I had to smell this fool's underwear. And I was like, this is pee. He was like, yeah. And I was like, well, why? And I just kept trying to ask him the question, but it was so backwards because I was so irritated. I was just like, man, whatever, man. Whatever, Uriah Bo.
Oh my goodness, I love him.
All right, so that is the end of Chocolate Baby Story Time.
Yeah. Now a word from our sponsor.
Hey guys, Beleaf here from Beleaf in Fatherhood and How Married Are You? And I know you're sitting here like, what is happening to my podcast? But I want to let you know that we finally have our first sponsors for the How Married Are You podcast. And this episode is brought to you by the Bible Study, the easy way to study the Word. Grow deeper in your faith and experience God using the Bible Study by Zach Wendell. I met Zach Wendell a few months back. We sat down over breakfast and he told me all about how the Bible Study was transforming the lives of people who wanted to know more about God and the Word of God. Finally, you can study the Bible without feeling overwhelmed. What's included? A daily and weekly guide that walks you through the Word, growing you as a Christian and transforming your heart and mind in the process. Also, in-depth questions that help you strengthen your relationship with God, yourself, and others. Colorful and engaging pages to draw you in and create excitement for studying the Bible and connecting with God. Now, this is all hearsay for me because I actually gave my only copy away to a friend of ours, but I'm ordering another one today, getting 10% off using the coupon code HMAY for How Married Are You? That's HMAY.
And so it's Tuesday, which means that we have hashtag Ask How Married Are You?
Yep.
And so we have a few emails that we're thinking we might be able to get through. But this first one, you all.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, the return of the ghost.
This one is called The Ghost Has Returned.
So you guys remember a couple episodes ago, or I don't know when it was.
Yeah, it's been a while. Sorry, guys.
But I think it was the one where I shrunk into the seat.
You've shrunken into the seat quite a few times.
No, remember like when this is the one where like she was pregnant. Yes, man, and the dude was ghosting her, and I just sucked into the seat because it was such a weird, little dilemma. But apparently this guy, the ghost, not only did the ghost email, I mean, the woman emailed again, but the ghost emailed. The actual...
No. So what happened was the ghost emailed the woman because he didn't want us to know his identity. And so she is forwarding us the email from the ghost.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, man. She top secret. I like that.
Yeah, that's very honorable. She protecting his identity.
Yes.
Or we are being, what's the word? Trolled.
Yeah, this could be a troll type situation, but I don't want to believe that any one of anybody from the wedding party would do that. And shout out to the wedding party. Let me tell you something about the wedding party.
Oh my goodness.
We were on our way up to LA.
Yes, right? Costa
Mesa. And we were about to leave. We're like, man, we gotta go to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
So we go over to Chick-fil-A and
order our food, y'all. Get the grand total, and then we pull up to the window.
And the dude looks at us. He's like, hold on real quick. The grand total was like 34 something. He's like, hold on real quick. And he started popping in his little Chick-fil-A.
And he was basically like, as a member of the wedding party, I cannot let you pay for the full price.
Yeah, he was like, I need to go ahead and adjust that here. Bang, 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 bang. And he brought that thing down.
Yeah.
So shout out to the wedding party. That was super awesome. Nice little blessing for us right there.
It was.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So Glen and Yvette, a few weeks ago, you all read an email that was titled, "He Taught Me How to Ghost Him." Well, I am Ghost. I really can't take this email seriously because I just think of, what's it called all the time? What's it called?
Power. Which is the greatest show.
Did you hear what I said? Empower.
Empire? Because you still haven't stopped sipping the tea.
Well, this is the last season. I just have to see how they close it out, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, I am Ghost. Yes, I have been challenged in how I have handled her heart. Even though I heard through our friends that she was pregnant, she did reach out and let me know directly that we are having a baby. After receiving your advice to do so, she took her advice.
So wait a minute. He listened to the podcast and then emailed her. Or is he emailing us? I'm so confused.
He's emailing us through her because he doesn't want her to have he doesn't want us to have his identity.
Oh, okay. Well,
we're not going to do nothing to you, bro.
Yeah, man. We ain't going to put you out there like that, man.
Yeah.
We embarrassed for you.
What?
We're embarrassed.
Okay, moving on. She did reach out and let me know directly that we were having a baby after receiving your advice to do so. Also sending the link to your podcast to let me know. Oh.
Got it.
There we go.
Got it.
Because I was like, man, he's listening to our podcast and he's ghosting people out there. That's messed up. What? Okay.
Sorry, that was the wrong horn. Keep going.
We've been out of practice for a while, y'all. We might be a little quirky today. So, also sending the link to the podcast to let me know why she decided to open that door to communicate with me. It was because of you guys that she reached out in the first place, so thank you. However, she will not let me see her. No apology has helped. I have no idea how to convince her that my behavior has changed or that it will continue to change. She is the only woman that I have ever loved, desired, or even wanted to marry. I do not come from the best background in terms of seeing what a successful or even fruitful marriage looks like. And one of my biggest fears is that she would one day leave me. I know at times my insecurity creeps in, and because I know I do not deserve her, that is what causes me to flee. Ooh. She's done absolutely nothing wrong. Sorry, guys. I just thought about something else that I read earlier.
Okay.
She's done absolutely nothing wrong. It is not at all mature or morally correct to treat her this way, especially after finding out that we are having a girl. I just sometimes feel that she can do better than me, and I don't understand why she loves me the way she does. And because of this, I try to bail out in hopes that she will find someone better. I then realize how stupid I was to have even made that decision, and I attempt to return to her to try to fix it or make amends. But she has had enough. And while she has admitted she doesn't, I can't read. And while she has admitted she still does love me and knows that anyone apart from me that she dates would be her settling. Oh, She is not willing to risk hurting her heart again because of my stupidity, which is completely understandable. My question is, what can I do to get her back? How can I fix this or have her at least open her heart to me once more? Even if it's just a conversation, she won't talk to me about anything besides the baby. And her messages are literally appointment went well, or we're having a girl, or due date is February 13th. When I try to converse to her about us, she never responds. I tried to show up at the appointment in hopes that would open the door for us to talk, and she completely ignored anything I said regarding us. When I would try to communicate about us or me changing or asking her to tell me what I have to do to fix us, she would ignore me. And after the appointment was over, she left me behind, walking out the door and driving away. I've even suggested counseling for us both that I would willingly pay for. I'm at a loss for how to mend this. Advice or tips? You go ahead and talk, because I have something that I just read that goes completely with everything he just said.
Okay, cool. Can I see the email one more time, though? Where is it?
Right here. Those has returned.
He said,
can I have some water?
I do not come from the best background in terms of seeing what a successful or even fruitful marriage looks like. And one of my biggest fears is that she would one day leave me. So you left her? Just seems weird. My thing is, and I was telling Yvette this like a couple weeks ago or last week, right? This, like, just because you didn't experience it doesn't mean that gives you an excuse to not do something. Like,
just because you didn't say that again.
Just because you didn't have that experience, that doesn't mean that's your excuse on like why you can't do better. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, you have to make it your priority to find an example or some type of proof to model. In when you start your job, you have a manager who helps you figure out the rules of the workplace. You have a job description. You have things that help you get through the day. If you play basketball, you have a coach. You play, football, you have a coach. You have someone who trains you. And I think that you just need an example or someone to follow and mentor you. Now that is, I feel like what happened was a very like foolish decision on your part, because ultimately, like, you ruined your, she doesn't trust you and she has no reason to. And so I just feel like, you have a lot of work to do. You have to start from the, like, below the surface and work your way back from -30 and work back to 0 to where she has your respect, because it's not so much that she doesn't like you, she doesn't love you, and she doesn't care about you. She can't trust you. And so what that means is she can't trust you with her time. She can't trust you with her finances. She can't trust you with her child. She can't trust you with her heart. She can't trust you with anything. You haven't proven yourself worthy of her trust. And so I just think you really have to be patient, and you really have to work your butt off, and she's going to be mad.
And she has every right to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the best thing you can do right now is just be a present father to that baby girl.
Yeah.
But okay, so when I was reading this email, this article that was shared with me, this one paragraph stuck out to me as I was reading what you said. And it says this: the problem with running away when a relationship becomes difficult is that we are also turning away from ourselves and our potential breakthroughs. Fleeing the raw, wounded places in ourselves because we don't think we can handle them is a form of self-rejection and self-abandonment that turns our feeling body into an abandoned, haunted house. The more we flee our shadowy places, the more they fester in the dark, and the more haunted this house becomes. And the more haunted it becomes, the more it terrifies us. This is a vicious circle that keeps us cut off from and afraid of ourselves.
Jeez.
Isn't that some deep
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
I don't even know how to unpack it, but I'm just sharing that with y'all.
Yeah.
'Cause, it sounds like when I heard you talking, I was like, man, this is exactly that paragraph that I read. There's so much more in this article, and we'll link it in the show notes. But yeah, I don't even know how to I just read it because I feel
like I have to read it again in order to.
Want me to read it aloud again?
Yeah, please.
The problem with running away when a relationship becomes difficult is that we are also turning away from ourselves and our potential breakthroughs, period. That alone.
Yeah. Yeah, running away from yourself and your potential breakthroughs. Really, because a relationship only shows you more of yourself. And so the more you are in a relationship, you realize it's not that, I mean, sometimes the person is trash, but I'm literally like, I can't deal with this constant mirror. Like, I don't like seeing myself like this. And so instead of going through and growing through the process and becoming better, I'm just going to go ahead and move out of the way because this is too difficult and messy. And I'm going to go be ignorant and silly over here.
And that's exactly what Ghost has been doing. He's like I don't know. Actually, I don't know if that's what you've been doing, because you said that you think she's too good for you, and that's why
I just feel like that's a cop-out.
You think so?
I don't know if that, she's too good for me, so I'm going to leave her and ignore her? Like, I can see, having, a low confidence.
We know somebody who did that.
Oh, yeah. We know somebody who did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even still, yeah, that makes kind of a little bit of sense. But I don't know.
Because maybe, actually, though, maybe Ghost has a deep awareness of who he is, and he's trying to protect her from himself.
Yeah, but she's picking up the warning. She's like, thanks, dog. You know what I'm
now
saying? She's abiding. She's listening to you. You have led her to this. But the difference is between the person you just said, right, is he didn't even get close. He was just kind of like, oh, and kind of quit, before he even got close. This dude slept with her. Like, they were together, and he just kept leaving. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you love this person like you say you do, where's that gap? There's something off here. This can't be the reason. I call BS on this. I can't fathom this. Like, okay, so he said something about I love her or something, right? Where does it say that at? These letters are small.
I even made it bigger.
He said I love her with all my heart and blase blase blah. I'm like, so you leave her out of your protection? Like, one thing about like I don't want to leave you because I want to be there for you if something happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is like the heart of not saying that I'm not judging this guy against me, but I'm like, what man is going to leave his woman to fend for herself? Like, even I know you are fine without me, I at least want to be there.
Dude.
Where the stud at? I think the stud's over here. Let me get that hammer. Open this pickle jar. I got you. Got you. What else you need?
After I loosened it for you.
Yeah. I mean, you're fine without me, but I still want to be there to protect the home front. And so what I'm confused is why you would allow this gap of...
Because he's curious about what else is out there.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I can think. It's like, I'm greedy, and I think I could probably get something different. And this girl's too good for me. I need a freak or somebody who's going to allow me to take advantage of her. It's got to be another woman. Sorry, dog. I ain't mean to snitch. But it's got to be somebody else in the picture, man. Right? Wasn't this email about, wasn't there someone else in the picture or something? No?
I don't remember. Ooh. Yeah. We've got to move on. I don't know if that helped you guys at all, but I think, Ghost, that you should just be a really good daddy.
It's been 13 days. I wonder if she took
I know.
him back.
I'm so sorry for the delay. But just be a really good papa to that baby.
For now. And eventually, I think there's hope because obviously she knows, but you just got to just suffer and just sit in the trash can for a little bit. Oscar the Grouch, just kick it in the, you know what I'm saying, in the trash can for a while. And then after that, eventually, you recycle. Let's move on.
Okay. This one says, hey, Yvette and Beleaf, I'm a Mexican dude from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm 22 years old. Last winter, I met this woman from Ohio through Tinder. She and her grandma were visiting some of her grandma's friends in my area. She's a beautiful black woman, so you already know I swiped right. Which I'm so grateful to Glen's brother for. Now I have context and understanding what that means. We matched, and 3 months later, after heavy and intentional FaceTime conversations, I flew out to meet her and ask her to be my girlfriend. She's 21 and is currently in college in Ohio. Fast forward a couple of months, and dang, she's everything she presented herself to be. She's strong, beautiful, courageous, intelligent, compassionate, and loving, and she loves God. We've been dating since April, but I know she's the one I want to spend my life with. I even spent a few months in Ohio to get to know her family, and so they can get to know me, because we've talked about marriage and getting cuffed like next year after she graduates. Yeah. So we're cuffed. I don't like that analogy. Sorry. The cake. I'm a creative. I make beats, songs, sell clothing, anything to get bread. Back in June, I needed a PC to run a certain software that came with my vinyl cutter, but I use a Mac. My girlfriend just had gotten a new computer, so I asked to buy her old PC from her. She decided to give it to me the next time she would visit. After her visit, I used the computer and opened up Gmail to download the software. Her Gmail automatically loaded up. That's when I noticed a very descriptive, sexually implicit email between her and the last guy she messed with not too long before me. I was for sure shocked, upset, and hurt. We had talked about prior relationships when we started talking and how we've both made mistakes that we regret and learned from. I had seen flirty comments from fools and even ex-boyfriend on her gram too, but I thought nothing of it. I'm not the jealous type, and they were before me, so I didn't have a right to be upset. But seeing it firsthand and right in front of you so raw in that email, it hit different. Ever since then,
I feel you.
Ever since then, a good majority of our relationship has been tough when it comes to doing things or going places together, because after that day, I made the mistake of going to the Fool's page and her last boyfriend's page.
Oh, man, why'd you do that?
I don't know. And seeing a lot of things they had done together. I've expressed this to her and have communicated how I felt and feel about things. I can't even get her flowers or go roller skating without feeling like I'm just another dude, or like I'm the rebound, and sometimes questioning if her intentions or feelings are true. This is all new to me because I am a very confident man and I really care about her, but this must have hit a big hidden insecurity.
Okay, hold on real quick. My man, let's just say there's an opportunity to scroll back the time on your little email thread with prior people or met text messages or whatever, and she had a glimpse. She'd be disgusted, right? You just saw it. Should have logged her out, dog. He should have logged her out. He wanted to see it. Oh, men are so curious and dumb. Keep going. Go. I'm sorry. I had to say that there.
But the thing in my head right now that I'm thinking is like, not everybody does that. I don't have any dirty text messages or dirty emails with no guys. So you saying you have dirty text messages and emails with a woman? See,
why are you always trying to flip it on to me? Why do I feel like I just wanted to laugh at something?
No,
You always trying to flip it back onto me like I'm doing something wrong. Well, the other time you said, "Oh, you wouldn't tell me I'm fat," and I was like, "No, I wouldn't. I said I wouldn't."
Why are you bringing up the past?
But see, that's the thing. It's so weird. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, man. You should have logged out, bro. No, but he's probably got text messages. Of course, he's got text messages. They on Tinder. So Tinder ain't the wholesome community. I'm sorry, Tinderites or Tinders. I don't know what y'all call yourselves, but y'all
Tinderites? That sounds like a little termite or something.
That's what y'all look like. Thirsty behinds. Go ahead.
What?
Go.
Babe, no. Wedding party, if you're on Tinder or something, don't be listening to him. You gotta do what you gotta do in these days and times. Goodness.
So would you be on Tinder right now if you weren't married?
Probably not.
Probably not. Go ahead.
Where am I? I don't know. I'm so lost.
I'm sorry. We've gone to a couple counseling sessions.
Okay. We've gone to a couple. No, we've gone to one.
Couples.
Can you stop? We've gone to one couples counseling session and will continue to go. It's difficult when being in two states. My question is, how can I continue to love her freely like she deserves without letting her know how certain things make me feel uncomfortable and her taking on guilt? As she has expressed, she dealt with shame and guilt already and she doesn't want to be there again, and I don't want her there either. Last year for Thanksgiving, she had spent the day with the fool. What is this fool's name?
I love this guy,
Me
man.
too.
Oh, man, I love him so much.
Oh, my goodness.
He's poor little Mexican heart, man. Come on, dog.
Last year for Thanksgiving, she had spent the day with the fool from the email and his family. So for this Thanksgiving, I decided to stay home. I feel hurt, upset, and after praying, I really do have some resentment towards her. I even asked her once why she didn't care to clean up her social media. Oh, that's a thing. I'm planning on proposing soon, but this is something I don't want to carry into our marriage. Am I tripping, or should I essentially get over it? Did I know too much too soon? I don't even know.
He said, I've been watching Beleaf in Fatherhood since Theo had dreads to his ears. Much love. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being a part of the bridal party.
Yes. And he's talking about the YouTube channel that we have, Beleaf in Fatherhood.
Shout out.
You know, we get money over there.
Okay, wait. I just want to clear some things up really quick. The email that he found was from before they were in a relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
Together.
Yeah, so it's like, but he just wasn't expecting. Did you kiss him? Yeah. But I saw that you actually kissed him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just, and I understand. My thing is, who emails like who emails like this kinky
you're
messages?
So immature.
No, I'm really curious who does that.
Maybe that somebody does that because it's more likely that somebody will look through your text messages than your emails.
Instagram poll.
Oh my goodness.
Are you sending emails to like flirt or like are you sexting through email?
Sexting? Are you sex mailing?
Sex mailing. Are you doing that? Is that a thing? I'm confused because I thought it was text. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got a phone, but she's on like a Hotmail, like click, 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 click.
Hotmail.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Okay, anyway, my man.
She used to be. She's already dealt with that shame and guilt. Leave the girl alone.
I'm so sorry. That is rude of me.
Yeah.
I apologize. But I do want to say that I'm actually take her side on this.
Okay, let's do this. Go.
Yeah, I say that do you want to speak first?
I don't really got nothing to say yet.
Okay. I feel like, it was before you, first of all, it was before you, and she's already confessed and told you those things, and you honestly have to have way more confidence in yourself. Mm-hmm. Now, I do not blame you for logging in and scrolling through. I don't blame you for that because I'm that type of person. I would do that all day long. Yeah. But it's different when they actually exist and breathe. Now, Yvette didn't have any priors. No priors. But I mean, you know, priors, you know. But you know, there was a point where, yeah.
There was a point where what?
So Yvette at one point was attracted to someone she worked with and told me about it. And we were married. And I like was logging in like to.
Were you?
Heck yeah, looking at all this like, man, this fool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, you were looking at his
yeah,
profile.
just like what does
because I wasn't talking to him.
No, but you were like attracted to him. I just like, what the heck?
I don't know why I told you that. That was some idiotic ish. I was young and stupid.
I mean, you were very loose with your lips at that time. You just were saying whatever you wanted to say. And I mean, I don't think I overreacted.
I don't remember it being like a big thing.
Nah, I just.
But I do remember expressing that to you. But I don't know why.
I definitely left the house. I definitely got in the car, and I didn't really go nowhere. I would like run around the corner. But yeah, like I understand that process of like feeling jealous, you know, and I think we as men have to give way more grace because we don't get over that stuff easy. I think it's just assumed that men are just kind of these, you know, people who go around and, you know, make the most mistakes and have the most, you know, grace given to us. But we don't extend that same grace to a lot of our female counterparts. And, man, I think this is going to be something that you're going to have to heal from. And I think you can. And I think you will over time. And I don't think and you asked if you were tripping. And I think you're tripping, man. If you have a amazing woman in front of you, and she had some things that happened in the past, then that's okay. You know what I'm saying? How does she treat you? You know, how does she make you feel? You know, do you feel like you're at risk? You got to get over it, man, because you're going to end up missing something great because, you know, she has a past, you know. I don't know. I just think it's so much to look forward to.
Yeah, I think it kind of reminds me of like when I asked Glen like how many women you had slept with prior. And I wish I never would have asked that question because I feel like it's something that lingers. It's like, man, like it's something that I opened myself up to. I don't know the exact vocabulary that I'm trying to find to use, but basically it's like, how do I compare to those 10 type situations? So it's something that
Why you put my number out there? Some people are like 10, you scrub. You a bum. 10, that's it. Boo.
What?
Yeah, 10 is not a lot.
Okay, it's a lot to me.
All right, man. Gosh.
Do you want me to edit that out? You didn't have to say it
Leave
again.
it in. I'm proud of my 10. I'm not proud of it, actually. I'm just...
Yeah, you hoe.
I'm not proud of it.
Jeez.
I'm not proud of it, but...
Goodness gracious.
All right, let's move on.
Yes. But basically, what my point in bringing that up was that, like, there are just some things you really don't want to know. Like, let the past be the past and move on to the future. Like, you know who she is now. You know who the woman is that you fell in love with, and just hang on to that. Like, I don't know. We all have mistakes that we've made in past relationships that we don't want to necessarily bring into current relationships. So I say you are tripping. I agree.
Yeah, I think you really should just run forward and pursue this great relationship and be glad she is choosing you. You know what I mean? Like, that's awesome, right? That they're kicking it and all in the long distance on Tinder. Come on, that's rare.
But he went to Ohio for a couple months too.
Long distance on Tinder? That ain't a thing.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know nothing about Tinder. Maybe we should
No, I ain't doing it. I'm busy. Got time for that.
Right.
I know what you're gonna say. Let's both get on Tinder and see if we're compatible.
Which we took that How We Love thingy and it said we were very compatible.
Oh, okay.
What?
I don't remember.
Okay.
All right.
And babe, how married are you?
I'm so married that usually every time you throw a party, I have this big like conversation about why you're crazy. And I didn't say any of those things. I did say you were crazy, but I didn't say why you were crazy. So that's better.
He said, "Oh, you've got issues." He's like, "You might need to talk to your therapist about this."
You got some serious issues. I know it, but I didn't, you know.
I feel like we both operated very well. Like there was no big blow ups. Right?
Usually every time you throw a party, it's a big blow up.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
Babe, how married are you?
I'm so married that the other day you hadn't eaten dinner, or you hadn't eaten any meals all day. Oh, it was when you had to take the boys to parkour. And so when you guys got back from parkour, I really wanted to make sure you had food. So I heated up your meal. Or no, you had like meat in there that hadn't been cooked. I prepared food for you, basically. I made sure that you had food when you got home. And it was your like meal plan food. But the only thing is I didn't measure it. But I didn't measure it because I figured he hadn't eaten all day. So it just didn't matter. But the point is, I'm so married. I have food for you.
You heated up my food. Thanks, babe.
No, but I actually really had to cook it. The meat I had to cook.
You did?
Yeah. I didn't just heat it up. Remember you had that?
You didn't cook the meat, babe. It was already cooked.
It was already cooked.
But
And
I love
just
you.
warmed
Thank
it
you.
up on the stove.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome. And that's just how married we are.